If we are talking about Deion Sanders as the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, it would be an utter catastrophe. It would be a bigger fail than watching Sam Darnold in the playoffs, honestly. It would be that bad because Deion will be hired not because he's the right man for the job, but because he brings the most attention to the Dallas Cowboys. It would be Jerry Jones prioritizing headlines over winning. That's why Deion will be hired. And that's why I think this would be an absolute failure. When you look at the candidacy of Deion and others, if Jerry Jones truly is out there hiring a coach with the motivation to win more, to do better in the playoffs than with what Mike McCarthy was able to accomplish, if the goal is winning more than they did under Mike McCarthy, then you can't seriously tell me that Deion Sanders is the best man for the job. Because he's not the most qualified. He's not the most well-rounded. Like, he's not more creative than Ben Johnson. He's not a better winner than Pete Carroll. I don't even think right now he's an upgrade over Mike McCarthy. We're talking about a guy in Deion that has 2 years of major college football experience. That's it. And in those 2 years, he went 13-12. Look, for Colorado standards, right, that's pretty good. Not trying to knock that. But can he be consistent? I don't know. We haven't seen enough of it. You know, was this 9-4 season, was this the anomaly? And there's going to be more bad in Colorado? Or was the 4-8 start to his tenure, was that the anomaly? There's a lot of questions with Deion. And I think if you're Jerry Jones and your, again, motivation is winning, is hiring the best guy that can truly win you a Super Bowl, then you have to be convicted. When you're hiring a head coach, you really can't have many questions. And with Deion Sanders, I have way more questions than answers. Can Deion win consistently? I don't know. We haven't seen enough of it. Can he hire a great staff? I don't know. I've had questions about the staff. There's been turnover from year one to year two. Can he manage a game properly? From what I've seen, the answer is no. I've seen too many gaffes in a 2-minute drill, in play calling late in the game that when you're trying to salt away a lead, he can't do it. You know, I've seen some mistakes and some missteps from Deion in his 2 years at Colorado when it comes to managing the clock as well. So, like, you look at some of the most important questions that you should have definitive answers to, right? If you're trying to hire the best man for the job, if you're going to say, and look at Mike McCarthy, I don't think he's a great coach, but the reality is he went 49-35 in Dallas. He got you to the playoffs. He won a playoff game. If you're trying to upgrade from that and do better than Mike McCarthy, well, then you be better as sure as hell have an answer to whether a guy can win consistently, can hire a great staff, can manage the game well, all important factors to winning playoff games. And the fact that we have no answers whatsoever right now when it comes to Deion's candidacy leads me to believe this. Jerry Jones is not looking to hire a head coach that can win more than Mike McCarthy. Jerry Jones is looking to hire a head coach that gets the Dallas Cowboys and him more attention. He's selling his soul to get headlines, not wins. That is what Jerry cares about. That's what this interest in Deion Sanders tells me. Because if you are truly interested in winning, you're looking at Ben Johnson. You're looking at Aaron Glenn. You're moving on from Mike McCarthy early enough to get your hands on Mike Vrabel. You're making a full court press to try to get Bill Belichick on your staff. You're trying to get Pete Carroll, who all he's done is win and win consistently, in the door for an interview. By all accounts, none of those guys have been interviewed. None of those guys have been reached out to. But Deion's been reached out to. Deion's been contacted about the job. Why? Not for winning, for attention. Because we saw with Deion at Colorado. Colorado was the epicenter of college football, especially in his first year in 2023. Every pregame show, every talking head show, everybody wanted to be associated and covering Deion Sanders in Colorado. Everybody wanted him on their program. Everybody wanted a piece of Colorado football. That is what Jerry Jones wants. Jerry Jones wants to be the Colorado of the NFL, where everybody in the NFL wants the Cowboys, wants a piece of Dallas, wants to be covering the Cowboys, wants them on their network, wants to talk to Jerry Jones. Jerry wants that attention more than he wants success, more than he wants victories on the field. Jerry's going about attaining attention, not through winning and success, but by outlandish hires, by bringing in polarizing players and coaches, in this case, Deion Sanders. That's why there's interest. And that's why if I was a Cowboys fan, just at the mere interest, there's no interview scheduled as of yet. So this is just in the infancy stages, and there's no guarantee he'll be hired as the next head coach. But just the mere fact of his interest in Deion Sanders, if I was a Cowboys fan, I would be disgusted. I would be sick to my stomach, because that signals to me Jerry cares about attention, not winning. Jerry wants to use me as a pawn to sell me on a dream of Deion being the guy, when in reality, all he wants is my eyeballs and my dollars. And he knows nobody will bring more eyeballs, which equals more dollars, than primetime, than Coach Prime. Coming to Big D, coming back home where he used to roam. That's what Jerry wants. That's what Jerry's looking for. And honestly, if I was Dak Prescott, if they hire Deion Sanders, I would want that. Now, he may not have a choice. As Brian Howell just told us, it sounds like if Deion goes to Dallas, he's bringing Shador with him. So it sounds like Dak would be out either way. But if I'm Dak and I see Deion getting hired and I see Jerry again chasing the attention and the cameras more than chasing wins, I would want the hell out. I'm sacrificing my body and putting all this hard work. I get Dak as he's good, but he's not great. You know, he's not a franchise guy. He can't win you a Super Bowl, and he gets criticized for that, rightfully so. But Dak's still a good quarterback. And if I'm him, I'm not sacrificing my body, laying it on the line, answering for his stupidity when he talks to the media for this. To have an owner not committed to winning. So with Jerry just being interested in Deion, just the thought about it tells me Jerry, yet again, latest example of Jerry prioritizing headlines over winning.